Hi, my name is Nick and I'm one of the sales engineers with Tricera. Today, I'd like to go over the end user experience for our simplified printing solution. Because at the end of the day, the end user experience is what matters. And if users can have a seamless and painless experience with something as critical as printing, then everybody wins. Our solution is designed to be a single pane of glass for administrators that want to manage printing in various ways. For managing print server printers, redirected printers, and even native print drivers, it's important for us that our solution offers a unified experience for admins and users alike. So the first thing we'll look at is how our printers show up within the user session and also how they're named. The main thing that we always keep in mind when it comes to the end user experience is clarity. It's important for users to see their printers and quickly know which one they need to print to. As you can see, our printers show up the same way as would any other Windows printer, but with a slightly different naming convention, which can be adjusted by the administrator from our console. So now that we know what to expect with how our printers are named and where they live, let's take a look at a few ways users can utilize our user printer tool to assign printers to themselves in a self-service approach to print management. In the admin console, we have a way of putting printers into a user allowed list. This lets users pick which printers they need at the time, and this tool lets them pick those printers. This utility lives in the Start menu under Tricera and can be put on the desktop or wherever it's easiest for users to find. If a user would like to add a printer from this tool, they simply click on the Add Printer button, select the printer, and hit Add Printer. This will add the printer live to their existing session without the need to log off, and this tool then asks the user to refresh their printers. All this does is builds the new printer they've added, as well as update our database so that the admin can see the assignment from the admin console. So as you can see, the printers will start building shortly, and as they show up, we see that our naming convention sticks the same across both printers. But this is not the only way users can pick a printer to assign. Our other approach is to utilize floor plans or office maps to pin printers to different locations so that users have a more visual representation of the location their printer is in compared to them. For that, we jump back over to the user tool and we go to the Maps tab. This is great for users that are a bit more mobile and might be moving between locations or floors. With a couple of simple clicks, they can find the map, they can pick the printer they would like, click on the pin, hit Add Printer, and the same process repeats as we've just seen. Now, in situations where the idea of a user printer list isn't an option due to various factors, and an admin adds a printer for a user on our console, the user can still get that new printer without logging off and back in. In the Settings tab, we have this button that refreshes the user's printers in the same way as I've shown in the past. So as you can see, we took a lot of time thinking through the user experience and making sure that the user is not interrupted while they are working with something as basic and critical as printing. But UI design and various ways of adding printers isn't really all that useful if you're losing printer functionality, just because you're using a virtual print driver like us. Users expect to see all the options that the printer that has when they go to print, whether it's stapling, hole punching, watermarking, or whatever else. It's super important to us that the user keeps that functionality. Due to how our print driver functions, we're able to present the native print preferences box of the printer in question while still getting the full benefits of our driver. So if we look at the Xerox printer and I right-click, go to Print Preferences, you'll notice that while we're still using our Screwdriver's Universal Print Driver, the native print dialog box for Xerox comes in with all the functionality that you come to expect from this printer model. So in our minds, this kind of functionality is crucial in presenting a seamless printing solution for the administrators as well as the users. And printing is such a critical part of a lot of companies and organizations, and we feel like it should just work. Your IT team has way more important things to do than mapping printers and managing drivers. And our solution does exactly that. It just works, while at the same time presenting the user with a familiar and seamless experience.